Previously on Bellin's HD.
Oh, dude, look at the MV11 coming straight towards us. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God, it's done! That BH has gone through us! What is this sacrilege?
Golf 007, turn right, heading 185, reduce speed 180 knots.
185 on the heading, 180 on the speed Golf Air 007.
Speedbird 124, reduce speed 160 knots to 40 ME.
Reduce 160 to 4, speed 124.
Hello there guys and welcome on board flight RYR 3446, service Palma de Mallorca, pronunciation pending, to Manchester. Now, as always with the Welcome on Board series, we have all the paperwork, we have loaded the payload, we have loaded the fuel, the ground services should be ongoing, which they are, and although Ryanair don't use the, whatever this thing is called, truck stair thing, they normally use air stairs, I forgot to disable it in GSX, so please excuse me. So for those of you who are following along with the flight plan, you will see that we are call sign RYR70 Victor Zulu, and we are departing from Palma at 15:20 Zulu, which is not what it's set to in the sim, but it's afternoon time, that's all we're really concerned with. Initially out of Palma we're cruising at a flight level of 340 and climbing up to 380, and GSX can shut up. And then that's really it all the way. We are scheduled 2 hours and 22 minutes from the moment we push back, and we are in registration something Echo India Delta Charlie Lima. Perfect. So let's get on with programming, setting everything up, the usual stuff. If you watched the Hardcore NGX series, you will remember that we started the NGX series at Palma, and it was really quite fun. So all we're going to be doing is essentially repeating those steps in a quicker fashion. Then I will edit, as always, the cruise and the descent and everything else, and condense it into a nice small circa 10-15 minute video. So sit back, relax, popcorn at the ready, and enjoy. The weather today is really nice. METAR wise, on my other screen we have active sky. The surface wind is from the southwest at 8 knots, and the sky conditions, few clouds, 3,000 feet, 24 degrees, and the QNH is 1016, so it's looking to be a pleasant day for flying. Having said that, the weather at Manchester is not so great. If you've been, or if you do live in the UK, you'll know that the past few days the weather has been pretty terrible, and it remains so. The surface wind at Manchester is from the west at 19 knots, and it is raining quite heavily. There is some scattered clouds at 4,500 feet, and they are towering cumulonimbus clouds, which basically means that, well, we stay away from them as much as possible. The temperature is actually not too bad, it's 13 degrees, and the QNH is 1001. So I'll shut up, I'll get on with programming, and then once everything's set up, we will get out of here. We're actually on connected to VATSIM. There is a Ryanair to the right of us, who is also ironically going to the same place. That's just coincidence. So, let's get underway. Okay, now that's out of the way, we can set the Mcp altitude, which initially is 6,000 feet. We can set the runway heading 237 degrees. I could have twisted that the other way around, but I didn't. 237 is set for 24 right. It's 239 off 24 left for some reason. No idea why. Auto brake RTO, my flight director first, his flight director, his invisible man or woman. Whoops. Set everything up here. Turn everything on. Terrain. It's all good. You can do the same on the other side as well. Data, terrain. Job is good, and we'll grab the engine displays on the bottom there. Set the parking brake because we'll be able to come off chock soon. 122.8 in the FMC. 122.8 in the radios, and we'll set the transponder to something other than 1200. Got 1 Alpha departure, relatively simple, out to a place called Backax and a right turn towards Andratix. Yeah. And then a right turn up towards Galat, really simple, 6,000 feet set, everything is good to go. We'll do LNAV because we can. Trims, well, we are trimming for apparently 5.18%, so we'll just trim that all the way back and keep going, and about there is fine. Okay, we'll bring the other FMC online. We'll stick that on the progress page for now. Actually, the legs page will do that, and we'll leave this on the takeoff page. Okay, go back to the legs page.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Logo light on. Actually, it's a day we can keep it off. Anti-collision light. Make sure all the belts are on. Smoking should already be on. It's actually a chime now. Good point, actually. You probably should set this to flight level 340. Actually, we're going a little bit higher than that, aren't we? So we'll set it to the highest. We're going 380. So we'll go up to 380 on that. The packs are off. The APU bleeds on. And we can turn all the pumps on now. We can also turn on all the hydraulics. And the probe heats can stay off for the moment.
Check completed.
I think we're ready to go.
Release
Parking brake is released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Okay, so on the push, we'll start numero 2. And 2 rotation. And 1 rotation. 25% we're looking for. 23. 24. 25. That noise is just orgasmic. Wait for the starter cutout to flick back. Let it go clunk. There we go. And number 1. %. 24 on this 25. I have the best headphones ever, and when the engine starts it makes the most amazing noise in my ears. I'm not quite sure what this pushback guy's doing, but we'll go with it anyway.
Parking brakes.
Parking brake set. Okay, starter cutout. Turn the packs back on. Get rid of the APU bleed. Isolation valve to auto. Turn the probe heats on. And we can put the generators back in. We can ditch the APU. Taxi light on. Ignition to continuous. And the flaps can come down to 5. We can also get rid of the engine display.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass main removed.
That looks good to me. We don't need anti-ice today. Wait for the pushback tug to shift out the way. There's a Thompson over there, actually. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, and the Ryanair's pushing back too. Okay, cool. Well, we're going in this direction, so we're not going to be blocking anyone.
Right is clear.
Great stuff. Okay, so taxi runway 24 right is out through. This is Foxtrot just up ahead there. And there's a Norwegian, an outbound Norwegian. Okay, we'll give way to him, obviously. Then we're going to take first left, and then first right onto... Is it the hotel? Oh, the North Taxiway. It's called the North Taxiway. How original. Okay, so it's that simple. Bit of power. Probably going to take that pushback tug out with us on the turn. No, we'll be fine. Cool. Round we go. Now, that Norwegian, is he departing or is he coming into here? Good. He's departing. Very nice. For once in a video of mine, there's actually traffic to look at. This is a first. It's a shame there's no ATC. That would have been even better. Follow this Norwegian. Have to ease off on the taxi speed now because that guy's doing it properly. By properly I mean a decent speed, not actually on the centre line of the taxiway. He is North Shuttle 2541 and he's off to Stockholm. The Ryanair behind us is either going to Gibraltar or going to Manchester, and the EasyJet that's on stand hasn't filed a flight plan. The Thompson, which was 2 stands to my right, was going to Gatwick. There is a Thompson inbound from Manchester, which is ironic because that's where we're going, followed by an EasyJet A320 inbound from Palma. Sorry, not inbound from Palma at all. Inbound from Innsbruck. So we may get to see them, dependent on how quick this guy gets away. But it may not happen because they are still about 60 miles to go before they land. Okay, so he's taking Hotel 3, which probably is a sensible idea. You can go all the way to the end from Hotel 1, but it really doesn't make much of a difference. There isn't a Hotel 2 according to the charts, which is Spanish logic for you right there, although there is a Hotel 2 according to the scenery, so I tell you what, we'll take Hotel 2. Round we go. Don't worry, I'm not going to cut him up. I'm just simply moving towards the runway. Oh, and the Ryanair's gone halfway down the runway. Well, that's interesting. I wonder who's going first in this. It's certainly not me. This guy needs to go first. And there's the Thompson outbound. Oh dear, the Ryanair's going at the same time as the Norwegian. This could be interesting. Uh-oh. This is why ATC needs to be on more than it is. Oh, that's I thought there was a Thompson in the background. It's actually an EasyJet. So he must have filed his flight plan now. And he has. He's going to Manchester as well. Oh my God, we're all going to Manchester. Okay, well, this is a recipe for disaster. The Norwegian and the Ryanair have lined up at the same time. I think they're doing a synchronized takeoff of some form. Let's check Unicom, which we really should be using, but I always forget to. Unicom states that Ryanair 450 is taxiing to runway 24 right, so that is not Ryanair 450. There is traffic apparently established on the ILS of 24 left, which, do we have the TCAS on? Let's turn the TCAS on. We'll be able to see if there's anything there. Let's zoom it in a bit. No, there's nothing in the vicinity. So I guess he's already landed. That blip you see there is the Ryanair just taking off. EZ982 says LEP traffic, top of descent. So that's the guy that's coming in from Innsbruck. And EZ16 Kilo Lima says that he's taxiing to runway 24 right. The Norwegian is holding. The Ryanair's just in the air there. It's working out. I'm actually pretty impressed. I'll squawk Charlie on that sim. Wait for the Norwegian to start rolling and then I'll line up. Here comes the easy bus. Okay, there he goes. Okie dokie. Now it's our turn. Strobes! Fixed lights. Keep the turn-offs on, why not? We should have probably put them on from the get-go. Ding the cabin. Auto throttle on. There's EasyJet's textures loading, but hey, that's life. The Norwegian is halfway down the runway, just rotating now. Clear on the approach, and we are runway 24 right is confirmed, and runway heading is also confirmed when we actually make the turn onto it. Perfect. Okie dokie, that's him out the way. Let's go. 40%. And that's stable and toga. N1. Power is set with 80 knots now. V1, rotate.
V2.
Positive rate and gear up. Approaching 1,000 feet. Wind the speed now all the way to the up position. Get rid of these. Whack the autopilot in. Actually, we can do VNAV and then speed into VNIT to that. Why not? Flaps up position. There we go. We can travel the flaps into one. Oh no, actually all the way up now. Get rid of the auto brake. Get rid of the gear. Wind the speed now to 250 knots. The legs page on this side, switch to the progress page on that side. We're climbing all the way to 340 initially, so we'll bug that in. And then we will set standard pressure. Altitude intervene it a couple of times, get rid of the SID-alt restrictions. And there we go. Come out of speed intervene now and do the rest itself. Some A little bit of cloud, not too much. Turn the ignition switches back to off now. Relatively simple departure, approaching Balax, or Bakax even, and then we'll be turning right towards Galat. You can ditch the lights now. You can also release the cabin crew. Nice view of Palma down there, or Mallorca. Very nice. Sync the heading all the way around. There's the right turn to intercept Alpha Delta X-ray. What a view. What a beautiful view. I guess the photorealistic textures could be a little more HD, but considering how old the scenery is, it's not bad at all. Okay, welcome back, and we are just still in the cruise at the moment. Flight level 380, we're just approaching the northern border of France. Down to the left, somewhere will be Jersey, the Channel Islands. However, we probably won't get to see those. We are looking good, arriving into Manchester at 16:35 with 3 tons of fuel left, so a little bit more than we anticipated, but that's all fine. So we'll program the arrival. Now the weather in Manchester continues to be rather disgusting. 280 at 15 knots, and the towering cumulonimbus clouds are still around. That sucks. I am going to shoot for the ILS approach on 23 right. That's a Dane 2 Alpha arrival. So we're routing down through Midhurst, or up through Midhurst, should I say. And Ockham, Hemel, Buzzard even, Olney, Welling, Cooper, Timpo, Elbos, Trent. We can be flight level 200 overhead Elbos, and we can be flight level 70, which is already programmed in at Dane, and then it's vectors around to runway 23 right. Landing weight today is just let's see, 60.8. So we'll put 60.8 in the top left, and we are flat numero 30. And we'll start setting all the radio. So 233. On that side, 233 on that side, and 109.5 is the ILS, which of course, we can look at the charts and figure that out, 109.5 on that side. Auto brake setting, well, it'll be 2, and that's set there. Check everything's fine with the descent. So the forecast page, the transition level is 5.5, and we do have some descent winds. The descent winds are from flight level 350, flight level 200, and flight level 100. The wind at 350 is 284 at 33. Down at 200 it is 294 at 23. Down at 100 it is 295 at 26. ZQNH is 1001, and That is -41001. Sorted. Execute. That should give us a pretty accurate descent profile. Looking onto VATSIM at the moment, we do have ATC in the form of London Control. We also have Manchester Tower, Manchester Ground. There is quite a few of us inbound at the moment. There is about 5 of us due in at the same time, so that will be quite fun. Bunch of Ryners, EasyJets, Thompsons, all from the Spanish side of the planet. And there is an Air Portugal from Lisbon. Okay, so down we go, starting the descent. We have programmed flight level 200, level by Elvos, and let me just check if the ATC is still online. If that's by would update, it would be awfully kind. Yes, ATC is still online. It's actually no. The London North sector has gone offline, so we are just stuck with Manchester Tower is the next frequency we'll call. Just ahead of us there is the other Ryanair going also into Manchester. So that's what is next to come. Okay, so we're just passing flight level 100 now, and I am going to turn on the lights, so we'll just do the fix for the moment. I'll put the turn-offs on. Manchester radar is on 118.575, which we'll tune to now. There is no ATIS online at the moment, so that's a bit sucky, but we'll deal with it. Manchester radar, good evening, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, descending flight level 70 today.
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, leave Dane heading 030 degrees.
Leave Dane heading 030 degrees, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu. Okay.
Ryanair 618 Yankee Charlie, turn left heading 320 degrees.
Heading select. We'll use flight level change now.
If you want 6 kilo Lima, descend flight level 80, level by Dane.
Descend flight level 80, level Dane, easy 16 kilo Lima.
Ryanair 618 Charlie, turn left heading 26, question 270 degrees, report low cargo established.
270, we'll first up this Ryanair, let's go on again. Right, system inside,
Station calling, say again.
right, system inside,
Ryanair 618 Charlie, speed 180.
189, Ryanair.
Ryanair 70 descent altitude 4,000 feet, speed 220 knots.
Descend 4,000 feet and speed 220 knots, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu.
C16 kilo Lima, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, easy 162.
Nice and bumpy.
EG16 Kilo Lima, leave Dane heading 030 degrees, speed 220 knots.
030 degrees, 220 knots.
Right, 618 Charlie, descend to the glide path, speed 160 knots until full DOD.
The next frequency is 121.85, which is ground.
Right, 70 Victor Zulu, left heading to 025 degrees.
Left heading 025, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu.
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, turn left heading 320 degrees, speed 180 knots.
Left heading 320 degrees and speed 180 knots, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu. 0 degrees and 180 knots, so we can employ a bit of speed brake and we can go down with the flaps. So we'll do flap 5.
EG16 Kilo Lima, descend altitude, altitude 5, right, again. EG16 Kilo Lima, descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1002.
TCAS split over there, 500 feet.
5,000 feet, QNH 1002.
Sure where he's going.
16
Right, 61, the Yankee Charlie, 123 right, cleared land, service wind, 280 degrees at 15 knots.
Oh, it's a Flybe-8.
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, turn left heading 270 degrees, report localizer established.
Left head 270 degrees, will report localizer established, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu. And there's the glide, bang on. You can bring the spoilers or speed brake out a little bit now. Very nice. Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, request further descent.
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, descent altitude 3,500 feet.
3,500 feet, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu. Localizers on.
Make sure I got 183.
There's a localizer now.
Station calling, say call sign only.
The runway over there, just to the right.
EG1834.
There's a localizer.
EG1834, Manchester radar pass message.
And the glide slope. Perfect.
Okay, so we're essentially you're out on the 11-1 Foxtrot arrival, anticipating follow-up 90 by Pole Hill. EG16 Kilo Lima, turn left heading 320 degrees, speed 180 knots, and descend altitude 4,000 feet.
So beautiful.
320 degrees, 180 knots, 4,000 feet, 16
9.5 miles to run.
Papa 324, turn right heading 210 degrees.
turn right 210 degrees, X12 324.
EG16 Kilo Lima, turn left heading 270 degrees, report localizer established.
270 degrees, report established on the localizer, EG16 Kilo.
6.5 miles, 2,350 feet. Everything's looking good.
That's really good. Being running 5 now, it's only holding Juliet 1.
Starting to slow down now. Flat 5 will take gear down. And with that, flat 15. Condition levers, I'm flying a good dash 8 apparently. Ignition switches to continuous. And with that, the speed can come down too.
Running 5 below the Charlie wants to radar.
144, 150. She will replace that, otherwise he'll lose a different speed.
Tango Papa 324, turn right heading 270 degrees.
149.
Right 270 degrees on the
Flat
Tango
13.
324. Right 70 Victor Zulu, runway 23 right, cleared land, service wind through direction 280 degrees, 15 knots.
Clear the land, 23 right, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu.
1,000.
Okay, we'll get rid of the autopilot.
162 Lima established.
And the auto throttle.
216 Kilo Lima, descend to
My
right off.
aircraft. Let's do this.
You can go up half any speed, DC-162 in.
Easy 16 Kilo Lima, speed 160 knots, 60.
160 knots until 4 DME. DC-162.
Tango Papa 34, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1002. Report localizer established. Descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1002, will report as established. Ground 324.
A little bit on the low side, but...
Ryanair 5 November Charlie, are you visual with the company aircraft on short final?
There's a company right there, just hold
Hey,
short.
visual company aircraft on the front of the zone.
Ryanair 5 November Charlie behind the landing aircraft, line of weight, runway 23 right behind.
We're on one of the company 737 on the front of the zone.
All's good.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Decel. We missed that turn. Actually, maybe we didn't. Let's put a bit of manual braking on. We're on.
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, vacate right.
Vacated now, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu.
Ryanair 5 November Charlie, runway 23 right, cleared for takeoff, service wind to 80 degrees at 150.
120 on the front of the zone.
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, contact Manchester ground now. 121.850.
121.85, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, bye bye. Manchester ground, good afternoon, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, vacated runway 23 right.
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, welcome to Manchester, taxi stand 56 via Bravo, Juliet Angle.
Sorry, we just turned onto Alpha by mistake. Can we take Alpha and then through to Juliet?
Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu, that's absolutely fine, taxi stand 56 via Alpha, right onto Charlie, and an up Kilo, Juliet Angle.
Alpha, then Charlie, then Kilo, Juliet Golf, stand 56, Ryanair 70 Victor Zulu. My bad. Should not turn that soon.
Okay, we'll make the 10 onto Bravo and stand 11 via Bravo.
He did the same as me. He turned onto Alpha and I at the vacation as well. Right, stand 56, here we are. Let's turn off the taxi lights so we don't blind the marshal out. the Ryanair. EasyJet's down there somewhere. Waving at me, nice. Parking brake set. And that is everything ready for shutdown.